Hey everybody, welcome back. How y'all doing? Welcome to another live episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just so thankful that we're on spring break now. I do not know what to do. So my first plan is to get caught up on my YouTube job. All right. And part of that means that I need to get out more live broadcasts to you guys. So that's why you're seeing me here in the middle of the week like this, because it's my job. It's what YouTube paid me to do. So I got to be a better employee. Since I got some extra time, I said, let me go do some YouTube, spend it with my YouTube friends. Friends and family. That's how I see y'all, as friends and family. So look, tonight I got some juicy information. Y'all know I keep the juicy information. So look, oh shoot, y'all hold on. Y'all know I got to go through this script. Hello, my name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. Welcome to our live stream. What we do on this channel, we talk about anything and everything that impacts your repat journey, you visiting or expating to Africa. And how did I hear about this particular story? Well, somebody wrote me. They were in my inbox. Well, it's not an inbox, it's an email. They were in the email. After I got off the show, and I said, if you know where Daniel is, to email me. Well, not only did they email me, they gave me receipts. So that's how I found out about this. And we're also talking about some other things, okay? Because a lot of my people now, the community members, they're interested in Ghana. You know, their interest is in Ghana and their interest is in land. They're interested in buying land in Ghana. So part of my job is to help them find a safe way to do that, because they're not letting me talk them out of what they want to do. And I'm not trying to. I just want you to do it in a safe way. Do it in a financially responsible way. Understand what you are doing. Understand you're not owning this land. You can pretend like you own it for the 50 years, and that's the max. Everybody doesn't get 50 years. So you can, tell yourself that you own it. And if you're satisfied with that, then that's fine with me. But my goal is to make sure you know. Because, see, that's where the game is being played. People aren't telling you the truth because it's in their best interest to keep us blinded to the facts, to keep us blind, keep what are those things? Blindfolds over your eyes. And you know how they put those things on the horse's eyes where the horse can't see on the side? They block his peripheral vision. That's what they're doing. So you can't see what's going on. You buying in to this movement. And that's what they're counting on. Because I'm not going to say just yours, our emotional ties to Africa. They're playing on that. And you got to realize that. They're playing on that. Why? Because that equals money. Let me tell y'all something. Africans are just like Black people. And I'm not saying all Black people are like this, but most of the Black people are like this. At the end of the day, it's about the money. It's about how much money am I going to make? Why am I doing this? If I'm not going to make any money off of this, I have no interest in doing this. Now, if they're not making any money off of what we're doing, why are they going to do this? That's what you need to ask yourself. Why would they be offering us this land? Why would they be offering us to invest? Now, listen to what they're saying. Invest and rebuild. They want you to come back to invest, and not only invest, but rebuild West Africa, East Africa. I don't know if East Africa doing, I shouldn't even say that, so scratch that. But West Africa, because they sold all of their people. They sold so many people that there's what they call a brain drain. I don't know if they still call it that, because they change, these terms all the time. But they sold and that's why their development is lagging like that. Because they sold their intellectuals. They sold their real politicians. They sold their real leaders. They sold the people who built the community. They sold all of them. And in Africa, it's the caste where you come from. It's your family. So if all the uprighteous people, they got rid of them, or most of them, and what's left is the people who were doing the corruption and sold them, what do y'all think is going on now? And I'm not making this up. You know who told me this? A Senegalese dude told me this, and a dude from Uganda. They told me this because I'm asking them, what is really going on in Africa? And they said that's what happened. They took out the real leaders. The colonial powers did, replace them with these puppet governments. The people who they put in power were never leaders. They were never leaders. The people you see now, they don't come from generations. They may come from now because these people haven't, because most of these people, they've been in power since the country's been independent. So these people have been in power for a long time. So this colonial thinking is still there. It's still there. There's some young leaders that's rising up now. They're getting their place. They're taking their place now, and those countries will gradually change. And that wave will slowly spread over West Africa. But right now, it is definitely not in Ghana. And I'm sorry, I don't see it in. I wouldn't say Gambia is as bad and ruthless as Ghana. I don't see Gambia as bad and ruthless as that. These land scamming stories, I don't hear them coming out of Gambia like when they first got there, they were. When they first got there, they were coming out like this. But it kind of slowed down. I don't know if they just decided, well, I don't know. Maybe they quit talking about it. I don't know. But once I get inside these land willing and dealings, I had no idea it was like this. I had no idea that we were being taken advantage of the way we are. I had no idea our own people were being used to use us, because they're being used too. So they're just passing on the favor. So that's how I got to this story. Once I started, researching Daniel, and I had no idea that this land scamming problem was this bad in Ghana. So I was like, I need to have a place. I'll be that place where these people can come, and tell your story. Because a lot of these people don't want to be known. They don't want you to know who they are. They want to keep their identities private. So that keeps a lot of them from saying something. So people got to have a place where they can go to, where they know, okay, I can tell this person and this person won't tell. And that's what I try to be. You can come, you can tell me, I'll tell the world, but they won't know who said it. Unless you tell me it's okay to say your name, I'll never say your name. And they'll never know that you said it. Never. So that's what brings us here today. Someone was watching my channel. She's a member. She's a community member. And she was a member of Daniel's little organization. So again, we talk about these things because we want to teach people how to stay safe in Africa. Okay? We don't want people to be scammed. We don't like when people get scammed. It is not our intention to bash people. People love to use that word. What exactly is that? So it is not our intention to ridicule people. It is not our intention to insult people. But it is our intention to tell you the facts. And we're not going to sugarcoat the truth. We're not going to feed you baby food. We eat meat and potatoes over here. So if you can't stomach meat and potatoes, you might want to pack up your little bags and go on back home right now. Okay? So that's the goal. That is what we do. These videos, these people I talk about, they're nothing more than examples. Daniel is an example of a land scammer. And he's a great example. That's all. That brings us to our fair use. And that's why I use these videos. Because I need to show you, I need to give you a visual display of what I'm talking about. That's going to help you better understand the issue. When you can hear it, when you can see it, when you can learn with your 5 senses. That's what helps you absorb the information. And that is my goal, for you to absorb this information. And when you need it, you'll remember, oh, I heard Kiki say that. I heard Kiki say that. We can't own land. Foreigners can't own land in Ghana or anywhere in Africa for that matter. They can lease it for a number of years, but that varies from person to person. I remember her telling me that. So when somebody comes to me and, oh, she even showed us it was in the Constitution. That is the goal of this channel. That's why I use other people's videos. They are, again, examples. Therefore, the fair use disclaimer. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under the Fair Use Section 107 Copyright Act of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. We're here to educate. I'm here to show you how to use research and show you the importance of research. And also, I'm here to teach you and also share my commentary with you, which all falls under the fair use guidelines. The views expressed on this channel. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, the host, or the channel. All right, now that we got that out the way, that was a lot. That was a lot. So now I'm going to get back on here because I got a lot of information for y'all. I'm about to share a lot with y'all. All right. So what are we talking about now? Is Daniel from Life with the Kings, is he back in the United Kingdom? Well, that's what the receipts are saying. And we're going to talk about a little bit more tonight. All right. So we're going to start with, let me tell you the order of the show tonight so you won't jump on here somebody and say, well, you didn't say you were talking about that. Well, I'm going to tell you now what I'm talking about. First, we're going to talk about Daniel. This is the order of the show because I'm talking about a variety of things tonight that has to do with buying land and being scammed in where? Ghana. All right, let's go. So we're going to talk about, the first thing we're going to talk about is Daniel. Is Daniel back in the UK? Then we're going to jump over to Kenza. Kenza has moved into her construction site. She's finished a room, one of the apartments. I'm going to show you. It looks like, you know how you go to, like they have like a show apartment when you go to like a unfinished building and they have a little room that's set up on how it could look. It looks like that. But it's a construction site. So we're going to talk about that. But more importantly, I want to point some things out to you that I noticed in her video that you need to take to heart and you need to pay attention to. All right. Because the behavior that I saw, it's the behavior that will get you in trouble. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to jump over to Sincerely Michelle, her KINZA site supervisor. And we're going to jump over to her because she did a video, which is an excellent example to me of how this movement has cultish behavior. Because you will see with your own eyes what's going on, and you'll hear with your own ears what's going on, but you'll still deny it. You'll still say it's not happening. So we're going to start with why I refer to this going back to Africa and rebuilding and investing. Now, make sure you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying visiting Africa, because I visit Africa all the time. I am presently, in the moment, planning my 14th trip to Africa. So no, it's not that I don't want you to have a connection with Africa. It's not that I don't want you to go to Africa. I don't want you to get scammed in Africa. I don't want you to be in a romance scam, and I don't want you to be in a land scam. And in the case of some people, they're involved in both. So I don't want that to happen to you. And I can clearly sit back, when I sit back on my YouTube porch, at my YouTube house, on my YouTube street, and I sit back and I see what's going on, and I see danger. And what I learned in school is that if I see something that's going to happen or could probably happen, and I don't say anything, that's considered negligent. So I would be negligent as a community member if I sat back here on my YouTube porch and watch these people make fools of themselves and encourage you to make a fool of yourself and put yourself in harm's way. I would be so dirty wrong if I just sat here and didn't say anything, because I could. I don't live off YouTube. YouTube, I mean, I'm not going to say they don't pay me, but I couldn't live off of this. I can't. I can't. I can't. So people who are planning to live off of these repats and expats in Ghana, and well, not so much Gambia anymore, but Ghana, who think they're going to live, they're going to be famous on YouTube and live off YouTube, that's crazy, people. That's insane. That is insane. So I would be negligent as somebody with a YouTube platform who does not use that platform to tell you the honest to God truth. I told you, I understand Africa from a personal perspective, professional, and academically. I studied it, I lived it, and I worked it. So trust me. I think I'm not going to say I know, because what did I tell you last week? And I need to stand corrected. Plato said it also, but Socrates is the person who really stated that I know nothing. So I'm not going to say I know West Africa, because I could never know West Africa. But I'm pretty aware. I'm kind of aware of what goes on there. And I have no reason to lie to you people. Because remember what the fraud triangle says. Do I have motivation to lie to you? No. I have a regular position that pays me. I'm a professional. I don't need this. So no, she's not motivated by money. What's the other one, y'all? Is it an opportunity? Does she have an opportunity to scam? Yeah, I got plenty of opportunities. Y'all know how many people come to me with opportunities to scam y'all? And I'm like, I'm not doing that. To sell y'all something crazy? I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. So yeah, I have the opportunity, but do I have the rationalization? No, I don't. I could never rationalize scamming my own people for some change. Nah. So I don't fit on the fraud triangle. The chances of me committing fraud are 0 to 9. And that's according to the fraud triangle. Tomorrow, you'll see and that's what you need to learn how to do. Like I just did that real quick to myself. Everybody you meet in Africa, you need to do that. You need to do that real quick in your head. Now, let me get back over here. So first, I want to talk to y'all. I want y'all to clearly, let me get y'all comments. I'm sorry. But first thing we're going to do, I want you to understand why I refer to this as a cultish movement. The more I watch these videos, the more I watch these people, the more I listen to them, the more I watch how they change once they start selling this land, how they change. But they really were always like this. You see, this land couldn't make them change into something they weren't to begin with. Just being these land scammers have brought this opportunity out because they feel like they're important now. Because people are going to them. People are going to them because these people think that they have access to something that we don't, which is a lie. That is a whole lie. These people, Daniel, KINZA, puppets. They're the puppets. Daniel was so much of a puppet, they ran him back to the UK, where he thinks he's in danger in Ghana. What do he think awaits the legal system, the bank system, the financial institutions await him in the UK? They ran him up out of there. These are things that we should not be involved in. We should never be involved in. But we do it. We get involved in it because we go to Africa and we don't have the money to make it there. And our foolish pride, people, it's our foolish pride. Our ego that's not even for real. The ego is not even real. You make it up. You let something that's not even real control your decision. When you see this is falling apart, you need to do like the Brew Crew did. The Brew Crew took all of this heavy equipment. They were in Gambia. They had a lot of equipment. They had heavy equipment. I think her dad or one of their parents did construction. They wanted to bring heavy equipment over there. They brought heavy equipment over there. But when they got over there, and I showed y'all one of them videos, and they saw how they were being overcharged for everything and how they had to pay for everything, you know what Brew Crew did? They got up out of there so fast. And guess what? They cut their losses and they left that stuff there. Everything they took there, they left there. Because they said, oh no, I see what this is all about. I'm not going to win. It's like that song, Michael Jackson in the Wiz, when he was the scarecrow. And the crows was telling him that you can't win. You can't never get out this game. And that's what buying land in Ghana and building in Ghana. That's all it is. It's a game where you can't win. You can't win. You can't get over and you can't never get out the game. Because something going to always be wrong. Something got to always be fixed because it was half fixed in the first place. Because these are not professionals and they are not using professional equipment. Because I've seen the professional builders in Ghana and they got some professional builders. Why don't y'all use them? Why don't y'all recommend them? Because you know why? They cost money. They cost money. That's why. Because we don't have the money. These people over there, most of them do not have the financial capacity to build what they're trying to do. They were told a lie. They were sold a lie that this is cheap, it's inexpensive, and they believed it. And now they're over there, stuck like Chuck, because they believed a lie. And I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming them at all. I'm blaming the people who sold them the lie. That's who I'm holding accountable. The people who peddling these lies, like Black Acres. They're the main ones who peddle the lie in the Gambia. Then you jump over to Ghana. It's so many peddling this lie in Ghana. It's unbelievable. And I wonder if they tell you, do they say Ghana is the most expensive country to build in? Do they even tell you that? Because think about it. Think about it. Why would you choose that? Do a critical analysis real quick. I want to build. So I'm going to go build in the most expensive country. Why would I do that? Why? That makes no logical sense. And it's not even a built up infrastructure. If I was going to build here in the most expensive neighborhood, you better believe I'm going to have everything. I'm going to have respectable police. I'm going to have police and fire. 911 operators are going to be nice. The streets are clean. There's no trash anywhere. All the houses look alike. The roads, the infrastructure, everything is perfect. But not there. Not there. You're just paying for, I call it paying to be tortured. Because it is like torture. Lights go out for hours, days. No explanation. No explanation. Food go bad. You know how many times that's happened to me in Africa? Because I'm still thinking like I'm in America. So I want to have a freezer full of food because, hey, I can take it out and cook whenever I want to. No. Lights went out for 2 days. All my food went bad. Because I'm not thinking and I'm not listening. But let me get back on track, y'all. Y'all know how I get when I get. But you know what? I was watching Mark Meets Africa. We're going to talk about him Thursday. We're going to do his video Thursday. And he said something that's very true. When I talk about this stuff, I'm very passionate about it. So that's why I get off track. Like I'll start like going on a tangent because I'm speaking from my heart. I'm not talking to you from my head. You know, I'm talking to you. I'm sharing what's inside of my soul with you. I'm trying to touch you. I'm trying to wake you up. I don't want anybody else to get hurt. I don't want anybody else to lose everything they have. I don't want that, y'all. I don't want that. That's happened too many times. So let's get these comments so we can get this party started. Well, hello, Solo Soul. You are speaking facts. Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight. Literally having this conversation with a small group of local people in Tanzania. The Black foreigners came and set up the trap. Oh my God. Do y'all know how much that hurt me? Every time I hear that, y'all, my first reaction is hurt. But after I get over the hurt, I get angry. And I'm like, who are they? Show them to me. So I can let the world know. So I can let the world know who are the traitors in our community. Who want to say we're jealous. KINZA, think somebody jealous of what? What does that woman have that I can't have? But first you got to say, what do Kiki want that you got that she can't have? Nothing. Nothing. The fact is, she's an enemy to our people, just like Daniel. But y'all looking at the sheep's clothing, the little old lady, to talk like a little old lady, who walk like a little old lady. How dangerous can she be, Kiki? She's not. When I tell you she ain't on the scam, believe me. When have you known Kiki to lie? When? Please point it out to me. Please point it out to me. Their best interest is not you. Her clients, she don't even look at them as people. She calls them her clients, right there letting you know there's a difference between me and you. You pay me for a service because they're quick to do that. Because they want you to know I'm the authority figure and you're coming to me. Don't y'all see the game? They want you dependent on them. They want you to think, how can this woman know what she's doing? How? When she sold a house to go build a house in Ghana that she'll never own. The house in Florida, I don't know whether she owned it or not, but she had a greater chance of owning that one and just paying taxes on it, land taxes, than she does. She'll never own what she's doing over there. I don't even know what that is. She'll never own that. Her kids will never own that. And then people say, oh no, they can go back and renegotiate the deal. So they can go back and renegotiate the deal and pay some more money? Y'all, they said invest and rebuild. Understand what's being said. Quit acting like you don't hear these people. And that's what's going on. These other Black people are doing this to other Black people. And it's not the Africans, it's us. Because the Africans, they in the background. There's an African, you better believe there's an African in the background. But in the foreground, who's telling us to come on? Come on. That's somebody like us. That's one of us. That is one of us. And you better believe it. Hey, Brown Eyes. Some of our people are definitely delusional and ignore clear warning signs. Yes, because they want to be used. They want to be abused. They want that. And then they want you to want it too. That's the part that angers me. That's the part that ignites me, that says, go do something. Make these videos. Get on there. Get on there and talk about it. Because you want to be used, that's fine. You want to be abused, that's fine. But why invite me in? Why try to bring me in to get used and abused? Why do that? And you hear, even that Sincerely Michelle, no, she being used and abused, but what she do? Steady, but still, I want you to come to Ghana. Come, because that's part of their mission. That's part of the cult. You got to continually recruit new members. That's what it is. Yes, they ignore the warning signs. They have to. Hey, Chill Neil, how you doing? Charlie says, Kiki, passport grannies has hit my friends. That's how I know I'm officially a passport. um, it's new people popping up every day talking. Can you believe that? West V, I cannot. I'm like, and you saying you doing research? You're not doing no research. Because if you was doing research, you wouldn't be doing that. You would at least wait till the market calmed down. The market is too volatile right now to try to build anything because the prices are going to go up. The prices are going to go up as far as they can go because there's always a thirsty person trying to build in Ghana. Like they trying to compete with each other. And see, the scammer, he got to make sure he gets something up so he can say, I did this. You don't got the patience to do it. You got to pack your patience. If you don't pack your patience, then it's your fault you don't get your land. What? What? None of that even makes sense, people. None of it. But we believe it. But like she said, like Miss West said, there's people popping up every day. Every day. That's why I said, oh, so I got to keep this land scamming on my mission. I got to keep this on my list. I'm just going to keep this as like I do Black Acres. I'm going to just keep land scamming in Ghana. Every time one come across my TV screen to my attention, I'm going to talk about it. If I'm led to. Y'all know I have to be led to talk about the people. Yes. She said, I believe Mark from Africa is going through some things. Something that's not quite right. It just I didn't finish watching it, but I'm gonna finish it tonight. I've been trying to watch it all day, but I was working on this show. But he's saying some things we need to listen to, you know. And Mark talks very nice and kind and sweet. So maybe we can play his video and they'll hear it a little better because I just don't have time for that. That's not my style. You know, I'm a straight shooter. You know, that's how I was raised and that's how I was taught in school academically. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm just saying that's just, I thought that was really nice how he delivered his message. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about his message because it was just, even the title it just kind of hurt my little heart a little bit. Because just for him to say that, I'm like, oh, he must have been through something, you know? But we all have, you know, everybody has been through something. Charlie says, the U.S. is starting to feel like a third world country. We got passport bras and grannies coming here too. Think I'm gonna set up shop at the airport, but they're not gonna do too much here because the way a passport granny works is that she has money. She can buy. There has to be an economically disadvantaged younger dude. That ain't the case here. No, these young dudes here, they date me and my son's age. My sons have jobs. You know, they support themselves. They're not gonna date somebody my age. They're just not gonna do that. They're just not. And I remember one of my friends, she liked my oldest son, right? Oh my God. She said he reminded her of her boyfriend that she was in love with when she was in high school. He looked like her. He looked like him. Honey, every time she would come over, my oldest son would run. He was grown now. He was like in his 20s. And he would run. He would go in the other room. He would be like, Ma, why you be laughing when she be messing with me like that? He said, I be feeling like she tried to art grape me. And I was like, please stop. When he said that, I just laughed. And one time he was at he was with his friends, right? He was somewhere with his friends. And he had long dreads, right? She went up behind him. She seen him somewhere. And she went up behind him and she like pulled like lightly one of his dreads from the back. And he didn't know it was her. And she said, hi. And he said, he was so mad. He said, Ma, tell your friend, leave me alone. But I'm saying all that to say, see, it don't work here like that. I mean, you may find some, but by and large, it's gonna be hard to be a passport granny here. Unless you Janet Jackson. You know, if you Janet Jackson, you somebody like that, rich and famous, yeah, but just average, girl, bye. Charlie, bye. Ain't nobody dating them. Ain't nobody dating them, honey. Nobody. Mark has wisdom. He does beyond his years, wise one. You are so right. I'm glad he wasn't afraid. I am too. I'm thankful for that. That's why I have to share his message, because he wasn't. And and he explained how they feel. That's the part I know I'm not getting, that I'm trying to understand how they feel, why they get so offended when I say, well, just leave. Honey, walk away. Because when it don't work for me, I'm gone. I'm not going to keep trying to put a round hole in a square peg in a round hole. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. If it's not working, I'm going to try a couple times, but then I'm going to say, oh, this ain't working. And then I'm going to look and see, and it's round and that's square. Oh, it ain't never going to work. Oh, goodbye. That's called wasting my time. And that's one thing Kiki can't stand to do, is waste her time, honey. I do not waste my time. Hey, T and K. Life without limits. I agree. Life without limits says. I agree. Mark Meets Africa is going through something. Yes. But we're going to watch Thursday and see if we can figure it out. Okay. You just got to sell them the fantasy they're looking for. That's all. And that's what they're doing, selling the grannies the fantasy that they're looking for. All right, so look, before we start, I want you guys, I like to educate people on my channel. So we did fair use. So now I want to show you guys this quick video about why I refer to this movement, this go back to Africa, invest in Africa, rebuild Africa, that this movement has cultish behaviors in it. That these people are acting and following these people as if this is a cult. And then I'm thinking, well, Dad, Kiki, they probably don't even know what a cult is. They probably don't even know what to look for in a cult. They probably don't even know how they're behaving like that. So I said, okay, let me go get some information so I can give you a quick education on cultish behavior. All right. So hold on, let me go over here. It's over here. But the thing about this movement, I think not only does it have cultish behavior, but I also think they're using spiritual weapons against us. I also think that also. That this is not just, it's this cult stuff also. Okay? It's also that. Hold on, hold on, I didn't even show. It's this cult stuff also. I do believe that, okay? But I also think there's spiritual warfare being used against us, okay? Now, I want you to watch this real quick. And this is going to give you a little information and help you understand what I'm trying to say. And it's also going to tell you what to look for. Remember, we talked about him, Jim Jones.
When Reverend Jim Jones founded the People's Temple in 1955, few could have imagined its horrifying end. This progressive religious movement rose in popularity and gained support from some of San Francisco's most prominent politicians.
Now, okay, this movement has got a lot of support from prominent politicians, leaders in our community. We were encouraged to do this. Remember?
But in 1977, amidst revelations of brainwashing and abuse, Jones moved with several hundred followers to establish the commune of Jonestown in Guyana. Billed as a utopian paradise, the colony was more like a prison.
And what do they build? What do they say they're building? What do they say Ruby was? A utopian paradise. We're going to build a community where it's just God's people. Now Super Shorty and KINZA, they building a community. Yes. Watch the language. Listen to the signs. I'm sorry, watch the signs and listen to the language.
Prison camp. And when a congressional delegation arrived to investigate its conditions, Jones executed his final plan. On November 18, 1978, 909 men, women, and children died after being forced to drink poisoned Flavor Aid. That grisly image has since been immortalized as shorthand slang for single-minded, cult-like thinking. They drank the Kool-Aid.
Now, these people in Ghana who are buying this land, especially from Kenza, honey, they done drank the whole thing of Kool-Aid. They all over there sipping from the same Kool-Aid container. That Alita Israel lady, that they wrote me about her. But I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody already talking about her. What's his name? Go Black to Africa. Now, it ain't no point for me to talk about her. He talking about her. He did a great job. And they got a group of people helping them. I seen them. It's a group of their investors who are out there doing things. They even got a YouTube channel. So I'm like, no, they don't need me. I'm waiting for somebody who need me. Like I said, I was led to get on Daniel. I was led to Kenza. If I'm not led to you, I'm not fooling with you.
Today, there are thousands of cults around the world. It's important to note two things about them. First, not all cults are religious. Some...
What did they say? Not all cults are what? Religious.
Are political, therapy-based, focused on self-improvement, or otherwise. And on the flip side, not all new religions are what we're referring to as cults. So what exactly defines our modern understanding of cults? And why do people join them? Broadly speaking, a cult is a group or movement with a shared commitment to a usually extreme ideology.
All right. A group or a movement who shares an extreme ideology. What is going on with this go back to Africa stuff? Not go visit. Not rent a house and go back yearly as your vacation spot. But sell everything you got in the United States. Sell everything you got in the Caribbean. Sell everything you got in the UK. And take it and invest it heavily. Invest it all till it's all gone into Ghana and Gambia. Namely Ghana. Gambia, I'm going to leave you all alone right now. Because I can't say that for sure. Because a lot of them done left. But this Ghana stuff, nah. They still people on YouTube singing, come on, come on. That's what this is, y'all. This is a cultish movement who's using spirituality as a weapon.
It's typically embodied in a charismatic leader. And while few turn out as deadly as Jonestown.
Who's the charismatic leader of this movement? Who do they always talk about? The Honorable Marcus Garvey. The Honorable Marcus Garvey. That's who they all refer to. That's their guy. That's who they refer to. The Honorable Marcus Garvey, who got deported from the United States for what? Fraud. fraud. And what are these land scammers? And I don't mean to talk about Marcus Garvey. I'm not talking about him. I'm just using him as an example. He was charged with fraud, mail fraud, by saying he got these steamers that go back to Africa, that was taking us back to Africa. Same thing. Going back to Africa. Build our lives in Africa. When it was, people were saying it was a scam and complaining, and that's how the government got on to him. Now, what are they saying? What's going on with these land people? These followers of Marcus Garvey? The same thing.
Or Heaven's Gate, which ended in a mass suicide of 39 people in 1997, most cults share some basic characteristics. A typical cult requires a high level of commitment from its members and maintains a strict hierarchy, separating unsuspecting supporters and recruits from the inner workings.
So let's look at this. Let them put this up.
It claims to provide answers to life's biggest questions through its doctrine, along with the required recipe for change that shapes a new member into a true believer. And most importantly, it uses both formal and informal systems of influence and control to keep members obedient, with little tolerance for internal disagreement or external scrutiny.
Now, what would happen if you disagreed with Daniel? What would happen? He would kick you out the group. What happened with Kenza and somebody who said something she didn't like? Honey, she put a whole video up telling them off. Telling them if she want to give Super Shorty all her money, she can. Yes. Don't you, there's no scrutiny there. And don't you dare come out and complain. Don't you dare. Because see, this is how it goes. This is the person who's behind the scam. And these are the Americans, the UK, Kinza, Daniel, and Alita, and all those other people. These are those people. And here we are, the community members, to be sucked in, our money taken.
You might wonder whether some of these descriptions might also apply to established religions. In fact, the word cultus originally described people who cultivated the worship of certain gods by performing rituals and maintaining temples. But in time, it came to mean excessive devotion. Mm-hmm. Many religions began as cults, but integrated into the fabric of the larger society as they grew. A modern cult, by contrast, separates
excessive devotion. That's what they want us to have to West Africa. Excessive devotion, which means give it everything you've got. I don't care, just like poor Kalisha. She didn't even have the money. And she showed Daniel that was all she had, but he took it anyway. That's called excessive devotion. And then she took $50 and gave it to them just to give to them. Excessive devotion. To what? To this cultish movement to go back and invest and rebuild West Africa. Not for you, not for your grandkids, not for your grandkids, but for the state of Ghana. That's what you're doing this for, because they ultimately own that property.
Separates its members from others. Rather than providing guidelines for members to live better lives, a cult seeks to directly control them, from personal and family relationships to financial assets and living arrangements. Cults also demand obedience to human leaders, who tend to be highly persuasive people with authoritarian and narcissistic streaks, motivated by money, sex, power, or all three.
Yep.
While a cult leader uses personal charisma to attract initial followers, further expansion works like a pyramid scheme, with earlier members recruiting new ones. Cults are skilled at knowing.
And that's what's going on. This is the chief or whoever owns it. Well, they don't really own it. They're not the real owners. So he gets his little Americans, his UK, his Caribbean people, And he gets all the foreigners and he tells y'all, I'm going to give you something. You're going to make a little money because I know you don't have any. And I'm going to give you some land. You go get me some more people to bring me the money. You bring them to me. Bring me the money and I'll give you a little bit of the money.
Whom to target, often focusing on those new to an area or who have recently undergone some personal or professional loss. Loneliness and a desire for meaning make one susceptible to friendly people offering community. The recruitment process can be subtle, sometimes taking months to establish a relationship. In fact, more than 2/3 of cult members are recruited by a friend, family member, or coworker whose invitations are harder to refuse.
And what did they say? Oh, you don't know yet because I didn't play the video. But the lady who I'm talking about in this video, who gave me the information, she recruited her friend. She went into business with Daniel, and then what did she do? Recruit her friend, because that's what you do. You recruit your family and friends. It sounds like a pyramid, Ponzi scheme.
Once in the cult, members are subjected to multiple forms of indoctrination. Some play on our natural inclination to mimic social behaviors or follow orders. Other methods may be more intense, using techniques of coercive persuasion involving guilt, shame, and
y'all, that's important because they do that.
Using techniques of coercive persuasion.
Okay, coercive persuasion, guilt and shame. You have flaws. Humans are faulty. What do they say to these people every time they question them? Every time they complain, what do they say? You gotta unpack your patience in Ghana. You're not being patient in Ghana. If you're not being patient, you're not gonna get your land. It's your fault because you don't believe in faith. You not patient. There you go.
Involving guilt, shame, and fear. And in many cases, members may willingly...
Guilt, shame, and fear. That's what they use. Guilt, shame, is fear. It's your fault. You didn't get your land. You're not guilt, shame. You're not patient enough. Shame and fear. How do I face everybody? If I say something, I'm scared if I say something, I'm going to lose my land. I can't challenge them. I can't say anything to Kenza. I can't say anything to Super Shody. I can't say nothing to them. I can't question them about why they hide the reality of their relationship. Why do they present to us that they're one way when this is really her little boy toy that she's supporting? And she wants us to help support him too. Because like she said in her video, he was taking cold showers before she came. That means this child doesn't have much. He doesn't have much. So you picked up somebody who didn't have much? Really? Who hardly had anything? And now he used to hot showers because of me. And you proud of that?
Submit out of desire to belong and to attain the promised rewards.
Yes, and the promised reward is what? The land. They keep on. You got to be patient. You got to be quiet. Don't complain or you're not going to get the promised reward. And the promised reward is the land.
The cult environment discourages critical thinking, making it hard to voice doubts when everyone around you is modeling absolute faith.
Yeah.
The resulting internal conflict, known as cognitive dissonance, keeps you trapped, as each compromise makes it more painful to admit you've been deceived.
Yes.
And though most cults...
And that's what they go through, cognitive dissonance. I hope I'm saying it right. Because they don't want to admit, and that's what Sincerely Michelle is, that's what I'm going to point out in her video. I'm going to show you an example of this. How she knows she's being deceived. She knows the truth is not being told to her, but she keeps on acting like she's not seeing what she's seeing and hearing what she's seeing. This is part of the cult thing. This is what they do. Cognitive distance.
Won't lead members to their death. They can still be harmful. By denying basic freedoms of thought, speech, and association, Cults stunt their members' psychological and emotional growth, a particular problem for children who are deprived of normal developmental activities and milestones. Nevertheless, many cult members eventually find a way out, whether through their own realizations, the help of family and friends, or when the cult falls apart due to external pressure or scandals.
And that's what's going on. The cult, the movement is falling apart because of external pressures. People are talking about it. People are exposing it. People are talking about what's going on. So that's what's going on. That's how they're falling apart. That's the end. That's how you're going to end. They all end like that. They'll be up for a minute, but then when they fall, they fall.
Many cults may be hard to identify, and for some, their beliefs, no matter how strange, are protected under religious freedom. But when their practices involve harassment, threats, illegal activities, or abuse, the law can intervene.
Yes.
Believing.
Did you hear that? Illegal activities. Selling you land. Advising you on land. Helping you, the in-between person on the land. If they're receiving any kind of benefit from that, financial, monetary, gift, anything, that is illegal because they do not have a license to do that. And you need a license in Ghana, United States, Caribbean, and the UK. Nowhere can you do what they're doing without a license because it's a complicated job. If I tell you I want to grow crops on this land, you need to make sure the soil is suitable for that. If I want to grow mango, I love mangoes. I want to have just a field of mangoes. You need to say, okay, Kiki, this crop is good enough. The pH in this soil or whatever it is, I don't even know if soil got pH. I think it does. Is in this soil, whatever the soil balance is. This is good soil for that. She don't know none of that. Daniel don't know none of that.
In something should not come at the cost of your family and friends. And if someone tells you to sacrifice your relationships or morality for the greater good, they're most likely exploiting you for their own.
Yeah. All right. And they really are. They're exploiting you for their own good. That's what it's all about. Exploiting you for their own good. This is what goes on, people. This is not new to me. What is going on with these land scammers in Ghana? This is not new to man. This is what people do. JJ says, I'd rather go to another country and buy a house where the land is already attached to the house. I have no desire to move to Africa to be around people with bad spirits and energy. Great to visit. Interesting. That's an interesting comment, JJ. All right, so now that I've introduced you to what cults are, so you know what to look for, and you know how the people behave in a cult, all right? When you know the way people act when they think they drank the Kool-Aid. So now I wanted you to listen to this video. Well, it's a clip. Well, it's actually a video. And it's the receipts we're going to talk about now. Where's Daniel? So, is Daniel really back in the UK? I couldn't believe it. But y'all know what? I think he is. Well, I know he is because he said he is. I'm going to show you in a minute. So, yes, Daniel is back in the UK. As I was saying, after we did the live, when was that the other day? Saturday night, we did our live. That night, I got a message that Daniel was indeed back in the UK. All right, so let me play you this video. And this video has the receipts in the video. This is the receipts of what I received in my email. All right. Welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Hey, on this episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria, I want to give you guys some receipts, and I want to share another story of someone who is surviving life with the Kings. All right, who was a victim of life with the Kings, and now she's surviving. All right, her name for this story, we're going to call her Anne. All right, Anne contacted me and wanted to share her experience with me, and she also wanted to give me an update on Daniel's location. All right, so let's go. The letter starts off. Hello, Kiki. My name is Anne, and I am from the UK. Both me and my friend had paid Daniel King for land in 2023. Now, what did they say? What did they just tell us? That family and friends usually recruit you into the cult. Yet still awaiting our land documents. I paid £1,800 for one plot in Yahuda, and my friend has paid a $2,000 deposit for land in Ruby. Not only has he not provided my friend with what she paid for, he has never initiated any communication about her land. The only contact she's had is when she's called him. He has also told me my papers are correct, yet I'm seeing both Ghana Bound and Home with the Willises saying they cannot continue to build on the land. At this point, I don't know if he's lying or sincerely believes he can fix the situation. At this point, I want a refund, but he's saying he can't do that. I intend to get in touch with the other diasporans that have paid to see if we can legally challenge him in court. And you can. If you need any information or receipts, I can provide them for you. I have voice clips from the community WhatsApp group, and I can provide proof of payment and the alleged fraudulent indentures. Okay, now that was when she first emailed me. So she emailed me a while ago, and then I didn't hear anything. I guess I was busy with all the other emails I was getting about Daniel. So then, after the show, she emails me back. All right, y'all. So let's see what Miss Anne wants to share with us. Good evening. I don't know what's going on here, but I've been waiting for about 2 years on my land. I've been living in Ghana for 3 months. I've been on the land, and I've met the chief. Some of these stories are not adding up. The indentures you gave me, I couldn't do anything with them. Needless to say, we have all been scammed. And see, that's another thing. These people think because they got those indentures, because they got them little fake papers, that they mean something. Those papers mean nothing. They mean nothing. If that information is not accurate on there, that's just a piece of paper. If I were y'all, I would cut my losses and get a plan B. Daniel is currently in South Africa with his family. He has no intentions of giving any money back, or is anyone getting the land. Just accept that and move on. Think about it. Think about this, guys. Come on. Can y'all be so blinded by his soft voice and his constant mentioning? All been scammed. If I were y'all, I would cut my losses and have or get a plan B. Daniel is currently in South Africa with his family. He has no intentions on giving us any money back, or is anyone getting any land. Just accept that and move on. Think about this, guys. Come on. Can y'all be so blinded by his soft voice and the constant mentioning of the Most High? I have told myself I will never see that $5,000 again. God will give me that money back, one way or the other. I cut my losses with it, and I've purchased land elsewhere. I'm building on my land. It took 3 months to get it versus the 2 years with this nonsense. I just had to tell y'all, hold on to y'all money and move on and accept the loss. Watch like 33 minutes in this video and see the kings living their best life with our money in South Africa. So I showed you that video last week. So this is the What's Up group. This lady, Miss Ann, was inside the group. She was a member. And after she questioned Daniel, just like in the video, they told us they do not tolerate you questioning them. They do not tolerate anything like that. So after she questioned him about some things, she was kicked out the group and blocked. So she's no longer in the group. And she's in Ghana, remember? She was in Ghana. Remember, he said if you come to Ghana, the land will go to the people who were actually in Ghana. That right there would have let me know that he did not have any land. Because why would it matter if I'm there, if I'm not there? If I pay for it, I pay for it. I should have it. But Daniel was saying for some reason, if the people who were there actually had could get their, I don't know, get the papers and work on the land. But she's been there 3 months and she hasn't started yet. But now she's got something else. She's bought a different land. Maybe he can see you some land. Maybe he can sell you some land over there. Good luck, guys, with this scam. I really believed you, Daniel. I'm so disappointed in you. But I get it. The money got good and you couldn't help yourself. I don't blame you. I blame myself. I know that the heart of man is desperately wicked. Mm-hmm. Especially when they're broke. Especially when it's not, now being broke in America is one thing. But being broke in Africa, that's totally different. That is totally different. That is something I don't ever want to experience in my life. Couldn't know it, but God. This is Daniel's response to Miss Ann. Now, there's a lot of typos in here, so I'm going to try to fix them, like try to say what I think he meant. Okay? So he says that me and my family, he says, read and listen. Me and my family lives were being threatened in Ghana, and we would only speak once we left. Now, all of a sudden, I'm living my best life in South Africa. Fact, we are actually in the UK. And we got here through South Africa with the help of my mother, who doesn't work. She paid for us to get here. But wherever I am does not stop the fact that I have people in Ghana still working on paperwork and the land. This just gives me, I don't believe that one little bit. I don't believe there's anybody in Ghana working on anything with that land. I don't. The scrutiny to actually deal with a lot of lies and accusations that were put out about us. That was the reason for our lives were in danger. If you really believe that we made money with this situation, then you have been fooled and do not have the facts. Listening to hearsay and rumors, or even a chief who's on the run for murder, will get you nowhere. The fact is, the indenture that the lady above speaks about has no issues. She, like many other, hears certain people speak and roll with it. We have many with the same indenture. Imagine you paid us land, we paid the chiefs, and then you have made claims that you never received the land. That put my family in a lot of debt and had my banks shut down, able to pay rent for my accommodations in Ghana, and also couldn't feed my family. You will never know the impact of these lies. These lies spoken have cost so much money. I had to leave the country with all my 3 children who's never available. It's only because our lives were in danger. We had my family member raise that money to have us removed from Ghana. That's a fact. So when people think they know the truth, they actually really don't. Those who still have faith in the process will surely receive their land. And those who believe the hype and don't won't. Those won't. So he's saying, so that's the same thing they said in the video, remember? So you don't have faith, you're not you're not trusting God. And what? If you don't believe, if you believe in the truth, what people are saying, then you're not going to get your land. This is nothing but a cultish movement. Saying if you believe the hype, you're not receiving nothing.
You know, it's my opinion.
What kind of scammer uses their own bank accounts and has the family on YouTube? Common sense would show you that can't be the case. Secondly, if I was a scammer or had committed fraud of any kind, I encourage those that believe this rubbish to pursue legal action because it will be a waste of time and money. Mm-hmm. Me and Kwame were arrested twice in Ghana and released. The people that got us arrested added up to facts. You can simply just pay the police to arrest anyone. And so if you can pay them to arrest you, then you could probably have paid your way out of the situation there. So it goes both ways, Daniel. In Ghana, and that's what happened. But when we produced our papers, they contacted the Land Commission and the truth was revealed. I always said that once my family was safe, I would reveal the truth about the whole situation, corruption and lies we face. And that is what I will be doing and currently doing once we get our lives back on our feet with somewhere to live. All right, so there you have it. That's from Daniel's mouth himself, telling off the group. Once again, telling off the Zoom people because they dare to ask questions about their papers and the land. As you can see, that whole conversation touched on so many points that the video made about being in a cult and having cultish activities. It's very clear. Once you know the signs, you can really see it. So let's get to y'all questions. Okay. Let's go. We read that one. So TNK says part of the problem is not having enough money. You have to pay top dollar to do it right and be safe. You do. And they don't have enough money. They don't, because I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube. I was just watching this contractor showing off his houses in Ghana. It was very nice. Very nice. And I'm like, well, how come Kenza don't use these people? Why she don't go through these people? Why she got crooked this and crooked that and told this and told that? Why is that? And dirt here and dirt there? Why is that? Because they don't have the money to pay for the real people. And they need to tell you the truth. A lot of these people that move to Africa just don't have the money to sustain themselves. They run out of money, and now everybody wants to do consultations. Yes, that's another way. Then they hook up with the locals to scam. And that's exactly what you see in Kenza's situation. She was scammed. She was in a big romance scam. We see that this is nothing more than a big, humongous romance scam. So now she was scammed. So now what the local boy gonna do? Now you go out there and you get some more people to scam and have them older women bring their money here so we can get their money, just like, because your money is easy to take. So taking money from them is easy too. And that's for real. They want anybody who's attracted to her, that's attracted to her, because they know you have the same mindset that she has. Daniel wanted anybody who believed in God, anybody who believed in God, who trusted God. Why? Because it's easy to control them like that. They want people they can control. They can use God to control you. There's too many witnesses and victims for this to be just a misunderstanding. No, it's not a misunderstanding. This is not a misunderstanding. It seems to be happening a lot to a lot of people. You are supposed to move for, yeah, and it's nothing but chaos, JJ. It is not, even the living situation is chaotic. Why would somebody in their 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 40, 50, 60, 70s, 40 and up, why would you want to go and live in a place where you don't have a steady supply of lights? Where you got to go live on a construction zone. And they're selling us this like it's normal. They're saying all you got to do is fix up one room in the house. Just fix up one room in the house and then build as you go. That means as you get the money. So if you don't get no more money in 5-6 years, you'll just be living on that construction site. And they present that to us like it is normal. Yes. And you know, in the United States, you couldn't even live on a construction site. But we're supposed to go to Africa and live less than what we lived in the United States. How does that make sense? And why would I want to even do that? But that's the dream they're selling us. It sounds like people are paying to squat temporarily. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. But squatters normally don't pay. These people paying dearly to squat. Solo Soul says, there's a strong correlation between all these scammers. They are doing the same thing, just in different. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. This is a scam. It's being done everywhere. Yes, every country you go to, it is the scam. It is the way to make money. And this is what's being done. This is what's being done. Because you know what? We go to Africa and we present ourselves like we have so much money. And that is the worst thing you could possibly do. Let me show you this video of Kenza. And let me show you what is the worst thing that you could possibly do. But before we do that, I got to do my commercial. I got to tell y'all about, y'all know what I got to tell y'all about, Mojo Cream and Gel. Y'all know what Mojo Cream and Gel is? Mojo Creams and Gel, they are one of our sponsors. And Mojo Cream and Gel, let me tell y'all, if y'all plan on traveling to Africa this summer or taking any kind of extensive travel, and you know how you sit in those chairs and your legs get sore from sitting down, your knees get sore from sitting down or from walking around, you rub some of this Mojo Gel on you, honey, or the cream, inflammation will be gone in seconds. Pain will be gone in seconds. And guess what? It is long lasting. It is long lasting. Yes. I still have mine. I don't have to use it every day. Whenever I feel a little soreness from walking around or lifting things or just doing things, you know, I just rub some of the gel on or some of the cream. Hey, and I'm good. It lasts for hours. All right. If you use my code Kiki20, you'll get 20% off. And it's also free shipping. All right. So go ahead and get you some Mojo Gel if you got arthritis. Even if you injure yourself, bruise yourself. It's good just to have around the house just in case. All right. And for those people with arthritis, I definitely recommend it from you. All right. Thank you in advance for getting your Mojo Gel and cream. All right. Now let's get back. Okay. So let me get the rest of these and I'm going to go get the other video. This is sad that that are doing it to each other. And it is. It is, and it's sad. And we got two cases here. We got a UK person doing it to each other, and this chick, I don't know what she's from the Bahamas, but she's from the United States. So a United States person doing it. So she's a Caribbean and I think she said the Bahamas. So this is a Bahama person and a American person doing it. Wow. I just don't know how you could sleep at night, but you're broke and you're hungry and you're hot and you need the money. You need the money. You need the money, period. Yes, you need the money. She's from the Virgin Islands. So, you're from all those. So that's the island perspective she got and the US perspective she got. So she gonna reach out to both of them groups and try to pull both of them groups in. Y'all better see it for what it is. She need money. She ain't just supporting herself. She's supporting two people. All right, so let's check out this video. And let me show you that Kenza likes to present herself like this. Like the song I keep telling y'all about, it says some people want to be used and some people want to be abused. This lady wants to be used and she wants to be abused because you don't walk around the mall calling yourself Big Mama. Big Mama because I spend big. They call me Big Mama because they know I spend big. Y'all, you know how dangerous that is? And do you know you're setting yourself up to be taken advantage of on every trip? Every time. Every time. People see her as nothing but a walking ATM. That's why she got beat on the chickens. Remember, we saw that with our own eyes. The Christmas chickens. When she went, Super Shorty took her to a place and she overcharged her for the chickens. And she knew she was being overcharged. Just like the cult said, what did they say? Cognitive dissonance. You're going to act like you don't know, but you know you being overcharged because you asked the people. And then you're going to say, oh, well, I wasn't overcharged by that much. But the fact is, you were overcharged and your boyfriend helped them do it. Your boyfriend helped them do it. That's the issue here. And you all are trusting this woman, which is beyond. Let's just watch the video. Now, this video, I'm sure, because it is very important that you all understand how you should behave and how you should not behave when you go to West Africa. This lady wants to present herself as if she has money. She wants to present herself as if she's in control and she's in charge. She wants to present herself as if she knows what she's doing so she can recruit more of you, so she can bring more of you in. Oh, don't y'all get it? When she gets called Big Mama, that strokes her ego. Because and remember, the ego ain't even real. So they stroking something that ain't even in existence. Because she know here, and if they calling her Big Mama, it ain't because she got money. And she know it. But see, over in Africa, these people who are nothing in this country or in the UK, Daniel is nothing. Then they go to Africa and they present like, oh, I'm the Don. I'm Big Mama. I got all this money. I'm running land sales over here. I got clients. Me and Super Shorty. We develop, and oh, they're developing a community too. We're developing a community. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. So again, this woman is an example. What not to do unless you want to be treated like this, because nobody respects her. They only see her as money. Money. That's it. That's it. She paid to play, and she paid everybody to play with her, even the little boy. Even the little boy. And she wants you to pay to play too, because that justifies her foolishness. It justifies her nonsense. So she don't have to look like a fool by herself. You looking like a fool too.
That's right. I'm back again. Yes. Trying to get this apartment, this house together. I got furniture yesterday, but I had this furniture a year ago and I've just been sitting there, so it's very, very dusty and smelly. So, it kind of smells like mildewish. I just can't stand that. So we're washing everything with bleach.
So she got her construction site up. She got one room together enough for her to move in. Okay. So now they're I guess she says she stored this furniture at Super Shorty's house when he was in the village. And I guess it sounded like it got wet because it's all mildew now. And they trying to fix it up so she can put it in her room. So see, I'm telling y'all, she been with Super. She ain't telling y'all this. She came here for Super Shorty. She came to Ghana for Super Shorty. She did not come there to build no house. She came there to be with Super Shorty. And Super Shorty wanted to build a house. Don't y'all get it? This is all for her man. And using you, getting you hooked up in this mess, that's a part of the plan. That's a part of the plan. Because y'all mean money. If I sell y'all, if I hook and crook you, then guess what? I get a little bit of change so I can give it to Super Shorty. And I can parade around the town and everybody can call me Big Mama. Y'all better wake up and see what's going on here.
Because, and looking out for any roaches or anything, creatures that might come in with it. So
yeah, so that's what you get to look forward to when you move to Ghana, okay?
With the paved roads, but it's dust everywhere.
And the little boy, she keep on putting the little boy on here with his underwear on. This how I said this woman don't have no respect. She don't have, and she see these little boys as I don't know what. Because you're not gonna be no little boy walking around me with your drawers on. You ain't gonna be that comfortable with Kiki. No. You're not gonna be walking around me with your drawers on. But with her, they walk around with their drawers on. They walk around with no clothes on. I mean, I don't understand what this is. But it boils down to lack of respect. Don't nobody respect this woman. Nobody. So they are going to, she gonna go to the mall while Super Shorty and his other friends stay at their house and he make dinner for them. Okay. So this is super. Look at these little kids. Look at these. I ain't gonna call them kids. Look at these young men.
The nice parts are down here.
I couldn't stand this, y'all.
Hey, man.
Look at this. Look at this. And this dude feels so uncomfortable. Look how he put his head down. He can't even look at her. He can't even look at her. That's how wrong this whole situation is, because he know you're just being played all the way around. These are his friends. This is her man. And these are his friends. These are the people that they kick it with. Understand this, people. And this is the woman that you're trusting to buy land from. This is the woman you're trusting to make sure your indentures are right. This is the woman you're trusting to make sure your land is right. Are you kidding me? She can't even make sure her life is right. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong? What is wrong? Y'all know this is wrong. Y'all know this is immoral. You know it is. You know this is immoral. But they just don't say in the comment section. Yeah, look good. Oh, it looked good. It looked nice. Happy for you. Happy. Act like they don't. You support foolishness. You support foolishness. And you think foolishness ain't gonna happen to you when you supporting foolishness? Look at this nonsense.
Hey, cut. Hey.
Look, still can't look at her. Look, when he even looked over there, you see he raised his head. Because ain't nobody trying to look at her. He ain't even looking at her.
Oh, another bug in here. So welcome to my home.
Look.
Good morning. It's no longer a construction site, okay?
Right now.
It's a home.
Right now.
Look, you see her say, welcome to my home. Then she gonna clean it up and say, our home. Yeah, because Super Shorty did it all for me.
I say home.
Yes.
Everything is complete.
No more site.
Yeah.
No more construction. This is my home.
Now, this is your home. So this is the type of home you can have when you go to Ghana too. You can live like this too.
Well, our home, I should say. Welcome to our home.
Yeah. Her man.
Hi, Super Shadi. Welcome to our home.
Hi, Super Shadi. Hi, Super Shadi. Our home, Super Shadi. Super Shadi don't even say nothing to her. This is... I hate to see people be made a fool of, and then they present it to you like it's normal. They present it to us like it's normal. No, y'all. She being made a fool out of. This ain't normal in their culture. Y'all think it's... Y'all know it ain't normal in our culture. Y'all know it ain't accepted in our culture. Well, guess what? It's 10 times worse in their culture. But guess what? It's all good, because guess what? He using her. He using her for the money, so they don't care. You know what he's saying? He getting that money. He getting that money. She done built him a house. No matter how fragile or raggedy it may look. She built in him a house. That's all that matters here. It's taking care of this man to get him to stay with her. Don't y'all see? Y'all don't see what's going on here? And then she bringing other women into this. So if you with Kenza, they're going to think you a passport granny too. So they're going to start approaching you too, the same way they approach her. Because birds of a feather flock together, and all them angry birds, because the passport grannies ain't nothing but some angry birds. And all them angry birds flock together.
You have a fish? Gizzard. Oh man, you cooking. And I'm not going to be here. You better save mine.
See, she got to tell him just how little this man care about her. She said, oh, you cooking. I'm not going to be here. You better save mine. Because that means they've eaten it all before. Just like the sweet potatoes. They ate all the sweet potatoes and didn't even give her none. Didn't give her none. Read the signs. They can't stand her. This lady disgusts them. But you know what don't disgust them? Her money. And they're going to be cool with her and they're going to be nice to her until that money is gone. And when the money gone, everybody going to be gone. You just watch what I say.
Trying to maybe do
Jollof? The nice parts are down here.
But nobody talks to her. He ain't talked to her since he's been there. He just ignoring her. Look at this. This how you can live too. We ain't watching all.
Guys, it look like my cabbage is coming, but my garden. See?
No, we're gonna see her now.
What he's cooking.
So now she's going to the mall. All right. I had to show you this video once again because I have to use this as an example for you to see. So I can point this out to you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So guys, we're here, me and Ima. We head into the mall.
Now, I guess he's like the little houseboy.
You could stop it and turn the camera around. Okay.
So he's never been to the mall before. And you know Kenza loved taking people to the mall. She loved for people to worship her. She loved for people to be indebted to her. She loved for people to say, oh, thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. I ain't never been to the mall before, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. You the best thing since sliced bread, Ma.
You're at the West Hills Mall for the first time.
See? Why do we need to know that? Because she wanted to put the little boy on display. Because that's how you know she objectifies them and their culture. Remember, I told y'all that. The passport granny, that's how you know it's a passport granny and it's not a significant age difference in a relationship. This one is too big. This would be nothing more than a passport granny. But they objectify the man and the relationship and the culture. It's all see, these are objects. These objects have never been to the mall before. These objects don't live like us. These objects don't know anything about real life or living.
First time at West Hills.
These objects are lucky because I take them to the mall for the first time.
Wish we were doing something, you know. Let's go to Malcolm.
Yeah, okay.
Malcolm first.
To become here.
Huh? So we you're going to take
I almost went.
So this is her when she's going inside the mall. So I'm gonna skip around because I don't want to watch the whole thing. It's too long.
cinema.
So she's never been to a cinema.
Yes.
He's gonna take him to see the cinema. So they're going inside, you know, never been to the mall. That's like this lady being with that dude right there. And no, he older, so we can't do that one. It's like her being with that little young boy, Super Shorty. That's the same thing.
Mall. But when I'm with Super Shorty, I'll go to the market. The market is just too much for me right now.
So she didn't want to go to the market because it was too much for her. So she's going to go to ShopRite to go get all their things. Well, not ShopRite, whatever's in this mall. I don't know what it is. So the boy ain't never been on the elevator, so you know she got to make sure he experienced that.
And then it takes you up.
Yes.
You scared?
See, she like that. See, she like that. Oh, he's never been here. I mean, he's experienced something new with me. Yes, I'm the hero. I'm the savior. Don't y'all see that?
So, are you up?
So now they at the mall.
Sheet sets only comes with flat sheet.
Now, of course, you know she has to buy him something. You know she has to buy him something. She always buys her way. I told you, even the houseboy.
These are boxers here. So we're looking at boxers for Ima.
Wow, buying
These
all.
are small, right? This one is 60 CDs. You want those? That kind? And what kind is that? Let's see, how much is in it? Two. For how much? 55 CDs.
Take it all
Those have
in.
3, those have 2.
This is not her son. This is not her grandson. This is an employee. This is the house boy. Okay.
That's price, but
This is where you don't blur the lines like this, people. You don't do this. You do not do this.
Maybe this one is small.
He should not even feel comfortable giving her eye contact. He should not even feel comfortable talking to her. If he has, unless he's saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and that's if he has something to ask her. But the husband, well, that ain't her husband, but well, let's pretend if it was a real couple, he would address everything to the husband. Okay, he would not be interacting with her like this. But like I told you, this super shorty don't care nothing about her, and everybody know that.
It's a small, but it's only 2 in it, okay?
Yo. So she
That's the
gonna pick
kind
the
you like?
boys' draws. This
Yes.
this is how controlling this woman is. She trying to pick the little boy's draws, okay? So she want to control everything because she has no control in her own real life. And that be it, y'all. They don't have no control in their own lives. Because you know she don't tell Super Shorty to do nothing. All right, so now they got the draws. Now let's go.
One more.
Now she at the grocery store. This is the part that really blew my mind. All right. She's buying all this fruit. Well, I got to turn this on because I want y'all to hear them calling her Big Mama.
Not the best, but I have to start growing my stuff, man.
So she got all of that. Now she at the meat part. Look at all this meat
Fresh
she buying.
or smoked goats? What? Okay. Okay.
So look what she's doing. This is another big no-no. This is another big no-no. You never go to the store.
Do you like what? Do you like the meat market?
Look.
It's neat, right?
Look. God.
Now we're getting some goat. I should get some smoked turkey wings. What? We need to buy what?
That's why I need to put it in your head and your house.
Oh, the next.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Getting some snapper.
Now she getting fish.
Got a grouper.
This one is octopus.
Yeah, this is
Last,
octopus.
this one last time you gave me some.
Yes, I gave you a piece of octopus. And look at the lobsters are always so tiny. But look at the price. Of course, it's lobster. And those are the big
I don't know why she has to come out here.
Guys, we're still admiring the snapper and the groupers in
the
this
snapper.
scene.
Oh man.
It's just that Malcolm always have a bunch of music. I'm hoping I don't have
yeah, you remember
too
we
much
put some-
areas that I have to cover because of copyright issues. So I decided to do a little voice.
Oh, my
over
freezer
there.
has
But
food.
as you can see, my pack.
Let me tell y'all something I think is so funny. These people, Kenza's this big land dealer. She's big mama. She got money. She spend big. She known for that. But she doesn't even know that there's a tool on YouTube, on your YouTube studio, that will mute the music. It will erase the song. YouTube will let you know that there's a copyright ID, content ID in your video. And they'll tell you how to take it off. She doesn't even know how to do that, but she can tell you how to buy land. You see what I mean? Something as simple as that. She don't even know how to work a YouTube channel, but she's advising you on how to buy land, relocate to Ghana, and she overcharged for everything. This is unbelievable.
So I need some snapper.
And she is going to
This is cassava fish.
get me a new cassava fish in this.
Okay, let me get this one. One cassava fish. Oh, he don't look fresh though. Is that fresh? It just came.
That's a lie.
I want one like this size, and then I need 2 of these snappers. 2. Yeah. And then one other fresh one, okay? That one don't look fresh. Some more Kerrygold. I have some at the house, but
I want y'all to check out this finished buying, okay?
and then we could close it. We could close that door. I want some cheese. Some good cheese. White cheddar, white cheddar.
You know what I think? I think she was hungry. I think when she moved out there, you know, you don't have access to everything like you do, because she's in the village now where like she doesn't have access like she did when she was living at that apartment. Because the way she's buying this food at the store, why would you buy all of that food in a place where they don't have stable electricity? And people think, oh, well, you have solar. Well, let me tell you, I lived in a house with solar in Africa, and I thought the same thing. Well, guess what? It didn't work. The solar didn't run the appliances. And I said, well, why doesn't the solar run the appliances? Because the current is different. The appliances ran on an AC current. The solar is a direct current. It's a different type of electrical current. It can't run those heavy like refrigerator with. They tell me the refrigerator, the heater, the water heater, the stove. No, the stove was gas. So anything heavy like that, it can't run that. So I don't know why she is buying all this food. And she ain't dying, honey. I said, oh, she must have been hungry.
Don't know about that presidency one. Italian. Okay, it's not the best cheese, but it works. Now I need milk. Milk. Now I'm getting some beef.
I can't believe she at the store buying all this
I
food,
have to
y'all.
look at the other.
I can't believe it. I said, oh, she's hungry. Because this is what you do when you go to the grocery store and you hungry. She must have been hungry for days. I told y'all, hot and hungry. That's what it be, hot and hungry. So she like, I got the car now, because Super Shorty be taking the car and be gone all day in the car, and I'm sitting all day, and I got to sit in the house all day, and I have no place to go. So I better get all this food so I can at least eat while I'm sitting in the house all day waiting for Super Shorty.
Other rice. This one is 92 cedis. I never bought this one before. I want a big one. So what they call me in here? Big mommy. They think I rich. They see my cat. Oh man. Oh. Oh, they have bacon. I wonder if this bacon good. You know, I gonna try it. It's hard to find bacon here. Yeah, I wonder if it's
Oh,
good.
y'all didn't hear me.
I would be making
Let's
some
get it.
breakfast. Let's try
I
it.
said, I can't believe she likes being called Big Mommy. They think I'm rich.
Oh man. Oh, they have bacon. I wonder if this bacon.
They think I'm rich.
I want a big one. So what they call me in here?
So this is how you know she wanted us to know this, because it wasn't on camera that they called her this. She asked him to make sure he relayed the message to us that they call her Big Mama in this store. Okay? So she wants to be known as somebody who's a big spender. She wants to be known. She wants people to think she's rich. She wants to have this image, and this is not the truth. Rich people don't move like this. Rich people don't act like this. Rich people ain't gonna even be in the store. She gonna send the rich mother, wife. She gonna send her assistant, her whoever the house person is, or whoever the person is who works for her. She's gonna go to the grocery store for her. This is just ridiculous. This is what I'm telling you. She wants this image. This is not what you want. Because if this is the image you're going to portray, they're going to use you up. And anybody affiliated with her is getting treated the same way.
Big mommy. They think I rich. They see my cat. Oh man. Oh, they have bacon. I wonder if this bacon good. You know, I gonna try it.
Why she talk like that? You know I
Hard
don't
to find bacon here.
What?
Yeah, I wonder if it's good. I would be making some breakfast. Let's try it.
Yeah, she hungry. Look at that. And all this was about buying food. Look.
So I might as well buy it.
Look.
Oh my God, my favorite
Look, that's some ice cream.
Gosh, pralines and creams.
Now remember, she's in
Yeah, those little ones.
She
I've been
ain't
here for a while. I need a big freezer actually,
but she need a big
so I don't have to keep coming here. Because I'm going to be in my zone in the house for a while now. I'm looking for some good juice. So we here buying what?
Rice.
And look at our card, it's full. That's why they call me Big Mama.
That y'all hear that?
You're enjoying it.
But that's why they call me Big Mama. Y'all, that is the last thing you want to be known as. That is the last thing. But she's so ignorant to the fact she think it's good. Wow. Wow.
Right? So we got 2 different kinds of rice. I'm trying to stock up so we don't have to go no place no more. Basmati rice. Those are jasmine. And we got some oil. Now I'm buying some macaroni. I want to make some macaroni and cheese, but it's to get the good cheese. I'll have to go shop right. Let's see.
This one is old.
So he knows the good one. He said
Look.
Oba. Oba is good.
I can't
Oba
believe she
spaghetti.
buying all
So we're
this.
buying Oba
I can't
spaghetti.
believe this.
Onion and
Look,
chicken.
She's still buying.
So let's get the big pack.
When did she start buying?
Is it one or is it different servings in a pack? This is one. Okay, let's get the smaller ones. Let's get like 4 of them.
17.
This one is 46.
Wow.
That's that. Let's
You've been
get
buying
more than.
food
Let's
for
get.
almost 10
Okay, that's
minutes.
good.
Wow, y'all.
Do this 7
This
minutes a day
lady
until
been buying food for almost 10 minutes in this video.
What else in this area? I don't need anything else in this area. Soap. The soap, the water is hard. I need laundry.
Now she
I had
buying
like
house,
that one.
buying house stuff now, y'all.
This one? Heaven?
Bugs,
Yeah,
right,
big
she got
can, the
bugs
biggest
so
can.
bad. She don't tell you that. She don't tell you how bad the bugs are, y'all. But I know she live in a village. Them bugs is horrible. Them grass cutters are horrible. Them creepy crawly things crawling in her house is horrible. But she ain't telling y'all that. She leaving that part out. Them noises, them scary noises she hear at night is horrible. And wait till the rainy season start. I can't wait for that.
I had this one.
That's when the houses fall apart. Because remember, that's when Black Acres at a Gambia. Remember when they moved out there? Same thing. They was talking all that trash. And what happened to the house? It fell apart. Remember, the ceiling and the wall caved in. The ceiling and the wall caved in.
4.
You had this one.
Yeah, get the big one.
Look, the big one.
Yeah, that one is good. It's the same size? That one up there is bigger.
Yes.
Okay, get the bigger one.
Because she's a big spender.
Can you reach?
She's a big
Oh
spender.
man,
She
they make
goes
it so high you
to the
can't
place.
reach. Time and Malcolm, I'm looking at lights. I still need 3 lights.
Now she went to go buy some light.
I don't want these big. Don't scare your sisters.
Oh, now you know he comfortable. Now he like, oh, she got money. She spending it on me. Oh, let me start asking. Because see, that's what they gonna start doing. That's what they gonna start doing. They gonna start asking. Because they know, oh, you got it. You got it. Well, let me get some. So now he want a mask to wear at one of their little festivals.
Easter. Oh yeah. Okay. For your festival.
Yes, my festival.
Yeah. And you'll wear your mask. Okay. You put on your festival costume. Okay. You can have it.
Look, you can have it.
Guys, we were just looking here.
Now she buying some more stuff.
I got enough.
Look at the carts, y'all.
Enough.
You got 2 carts.
I have way more than
Can't
enough.
believe it.
2 carts full.
Look what she got her
House.
income tax check, y'all. You know, you go to the store and people look like they got the income tax check and their food stamps. That's how she look.
Stuff, little things that I need, and groceries, meats, and
Because ain't no real person doing this. Ain't no real person, especially in Africa, unless you having a party. Because guess what? They know them lights go out. And they know, guess what? That food is going to go bad. And guess what else they know? That the people who work around the house, honey, some of them will start stealing that food from you. Okay.
You know what I didn't get? I didn't get tin. Huh?
And especially all the people she have up in that house, Super Shorty and his friends be up in there all the time. Stuff gonna start walking real quick.
Sucks.
Yes. Salt.
Salt.
Yes. We have.
They have there. I need
Wow.
sardines and
Yeah.
mackerel.
He like
Let's go
more
look for the
food.
guys.
Look.
Right there, guys. That
Okay, look, y'all, how many carts she ended up with.
gray car, the gray Sonata.
Look.
This is a mall. You like it, huh? So I end up with 3 carts full, food and stuff for the house. So I ain't coming back for a while.
Look.
This was more than enough to last me meets everything. I just hope I don't have no long power outages.
Because she know that it's going to go bad. It just hit her in the head. She said, oh, I just hope I don't have no long power outages. Girl, even if you have a couple of hours of power outages with that heat, that refrigerator is going to unthaw that meat real quick. And that's another thing. The meat unthaw and refreeze, unthaw and refreeze. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. It's bad. You just wasted a whole bunch of money. And she got it like that because she big mommy. She big mommy. Because she got it like that. She's a big spender. She take care of her man. And what did she tell us? What business is it of yours if I want to give all my money to a man? Exactly. So that's why she pimping you, because she getting pimped. Just like somebody told us in the comment section, the women ain't doing nothing but being pimped by the Ghanaian men. And she being pimped to pimp her own people. And that's what y'all doing. Y'all letting her do it. Letting her do it.
So guys, we're leaving West Hills and going back home.
All right. I think that's the end of this one.
Madam, if it's my mother's going, it is only one.
Now she's
shopping.
Okay.
But I also want to do some shopping at the market. Maybe
So she talking about have his mother take her to the market.
your
Listen,
mom could take me to the market.
can you believe that? And then she laughed. Look, because she can't afford to go to the mall. She could never take me and show me anything at the mall, but she could take me to the market.
Week, I don't want to come in.
Okay.
I spend a lot of money. So, once a week or every 2 weeks, I'll be back to do some shopping.
Okay.
But I also want to do some shopping at the market. Maybe your mom could take me to the market.
And you
She
see her
shop at
laugh?
the market, right?
You
Yes.
see her laugh? Because she laughed like, because I know she shop at the market, right? Because she certainly don't shop at the mall like me, rich big mama. Wow.
Which market does your mom shop at?
Maybe.
All right, that's enough of that. I don't like objectifying this little boy. I don't like how she did him. I thought that was kind of messed up. But that's what Big Mama do. All right. And the example, this video was an example. Okay. Hold on, y'all.
We found the best
Okay.
Rover. Cat loved it so much he didn't want to come home.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry. I had a message come in. I was trying to check it out real quick. So that's an example of what not to do. That's how you know Kenza thinks more highly of herself than what she is. That's how you know you guys are the clients. I'm the big mama. Everybody know I'm the big mama with the land deals, with my young man who's the contractor, and we're building this community, and we're going to build it off of y'all. Y'all going to give us the money that we need. Well, y'all, she got a whole bunch of money all of a sudden. She sold that land to those people. Because remember, money was tight. Remember last video she told us before she started selling land? She said she don't know the next time she going to have any people out here working because she don't have the money right now. Then next thing you know, she got clients. She's selling land. Everything started moving again. Everything started moving again. Yeah. Whatever she gets off of you, that's what she lives off of. Just like Black Acres, just like Daniel. They have no income, people. You are their income. We are their income. That's why she tells you, I need 5,000 subscribers. 5,000, help get me to 5,000 subscribers so I can get in the algorithm. Because she's trying to live off of YouTube. So she needs you to watch the videos. She needs you to subscribe. She needs you to do all of that. And then go to Super Shorty channel, get him to 1,000, go watch his videos to the end, because I gotta let Super Shorty use you too. He using me, he might as well use you too. Food is her comfort. She is overweight. Probably is. It probably is. This is shameful. These people should be ashamed. Kenza should be ashamed. Daniel should be ashamed. Bragging on YouTube can put a target on your back because the locals are watching. Exactly. And you out there by yourself all the time. Because y'all know how the young boys are. Think back when y'all was in your 20s, when we was in our 20s. All right. And think of how our boyfriends were then. I know mine was, honey. He always wanted to run the street. I'd be in the house. He'd be like, okay, babe, I'll be right back. Honey, he wouldn't come back to that night. I wouldn't see him to that night. Like in the video when she looking out the window. Is that damn Ema? Is that damn Ema? Looking out the window all day. They've been gone a long time. Oh, honey, that's what young boys do. They don't sit in the house. And they got a car too? No. Oh, no. He ain't got to take you back and forth no more. He gonna drop you where you at. And he gonna ride around and do what he want to do. Because that's what they do. Yes, you're a target. And everybody knows she's a target. Everybody knows she's a target. They know what she got in that house. They know, and they live around there. So they know what she got in there. And y'all know they all get broken into. That's part of the game in Ghana. That's part of the game. You get broken into. So it's just a matter of time for they break in and take everything she got. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. Yep. And they'll make excuses to run the streets. Yeah. Yeah. Or you'll tell them to go get something from the store. Something simple. Because you don't want to go. Honey, and they gone all day. They gone all day. Honey, and I was in my 20s and he was in his 20s. I can't imagine being whatever age she is. He ain't never coming back there until it's time to go to bed. He ain't cleaning up. That place needs to be cleaned up, fixed up. He ain't doing none of that. She's disgusting. She's very disgusting. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This lady's disgusting. This lady has low moral character. If she's dirty on the inside, what y'all think she is on the outside? This lady has low moral character. Her moral character, her moral compass is low. It's very low. You cannot trust people with low moral character. Daniel has an inverted cross on his face. You don't trust people like that. There's something wrong with you morally, inside, where you're supposed to be good, where it tells you to be a good person. Something is inside of you that is messed up, that just tells you people are there for your use. That's why she's getting used like that. Because she wants to be the user. So she's attracting somebody just like her. She thinks she's using this young boy because she got money. To him, she got money. I'm big mama. I'm big mommy. Everybody know I'm a big spender. I'm Griselda Blanco. Everybody know about me. Then y'all see her throw up. I didn't show y'all that, but she was singing and throwing up the deuces. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Yeah, she's disgusting. 3 to 4 cards in total. Yes. Can y'all believe that? In Africa, in the United States, I don't think I ever went to the store and had 3 or 4 carts. Even when I move into a place, the most I'll have is 1. And it's filled with like furniture and stuff. I don't have food stamps, so I can't get cart loads of food. And then you got 3. What? That was mind blowing. Mind blowing. And she was proud of herself. She's shopping like it's Christmas. She's rich. Yeah, she thinks she is. What I hate is how they show off, yes, on people in Africa. Yeah, ego is full king. The ego is disgusting. And that's what they do. That was a whole show off on people in Africa. I want to show off on you because I can't impress Super Shorty no more. He don't care no more. So let me take you so I can show off on you. So I can feel like I'm important. So I can feel like I'm somebody. Because I know in the United States of America, as Cynthia say, America, I am nothing. Nobody pays me any attention. I can walk through the whole mall and nobody will speak to me. No man will give me eye contact unless he's trying to sell me something. And that's the truth. That is the truth. But I can go to Africa where these men are economically disadvantaged. And I can sell my house and I can drive Uber Eats. And I can go to Africa and sell everything in my house and I can pretend like I'm rich because I'm rich over there. And I got me a little 20-year-old, 20-something. Shoot, what you say about me? They just jealous. That's what she says. I hope her power didn't go out after spending all that money. Now, Joy, you know it is. The power in Africa go out every day. Every day. Every day it go out. Every day. So you know it's going out. It ain't a matter of if it's going to go out. It's going to go out. It's when. And that's why she said, I pray I don't have no long power outages because she was trying to show off for that little boy. She was impressing him. He was impressed. She's at the age where she should be making better choices. And that's what I'm saying. This lady is an elderly person. She is an elderly person. The women her age are supposed to be guiding the young women. The young women are supposed to be looking up to her for advice and for guidance. This woman is going against everything our culture stands for. She is a blemish on Black culture. Black women are not like this. And for these grannies and her to present themselves like this is what we do, this is appalling. And then to call her Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was married, ma'am. Her husband divorced her because she would not stop conducting the Underground Railroad. She wasn't tricking for no 20-year-old. Don't y'all get it? She wasn't selling her own people for a 20-year-old. For a false sense of self. To make an ego which is not even real. It's an imagination of who you are. It's somebody you pretend to be. It is not real. But you satisfy that off the backs of your people. These women, Michelle can't afford to do what she doing. That other lady can't afford to do what she doing. Them older people who came there, they can't afford to do what they doing. But did Kenza tell them that? No. Yeah, you better get out now. You better get out while you can. Are you serious? Because I'm a fool. I want y'all to be fools too. Now give me your money. Everyone I meet in Ghana usually go out and buy what they eat on a daily basis because the refrigerators go out so often. Same in Gambia. That's why it got on my nerves. And guess what? I didn't go to the store. The houseboy would go to the market and get what I wanted. I wasn't doing that. Rich big mamas don't do that. Rich people don't do that. They have people to do everything for them. If they go to the store, honey, it's because they want to and they're bored. And they're not pushing big old grocery carts full of stuff. They got other people to do that for them, especially in Africa, because you can buy somebody to open your door all day in Africa. You can buy somebody to sweep the floor when you walk in Africa. So no, she ain't rich. Telling people you're not rich while you're spending more than they'll see in months. Months, honey, maybe years, maybe lifetime. Did you see the food she was buying? Even that little boy don't eat that food. He can't afford that. That shrimp. Did you see that? The smoked oxtail, fresh oxtail, not oxtail, Lord, smoked goat, fresh goat. It was a big old bag of ground beef. She talking about, I'm gonna split that up when I get home. I'm like, oh, you think you in America? You must have been hungry. Super Shorty must have had you sitting out there for hours with nothing to eat. Because you out here clowning at the store. And I know he said something. I know he was like, why would you buy all of this? It's going to go bad. They go to this, thank you. They go to the store every day. And like TNK said, what she bought, people haven't seen that in months or even years. Because she want to flash. She didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that. They call you Big Mommy because you're a big lady. That could be it too. Because she is a big lady. So they could call her that for that reason too. We don't know. She seems to think it's because of her money. Because she spend big. But it could be because of both. Who knows? But I'm sure it is because they'll be funny like that. You know what I mean? Especially the girls. They'll try to make fun of you like that. And she don't even know it. While she laughing and ha-ha and he in their face, they laughing at her because they know Super Shorty playing her. And he let everybody play her. He let everybody get some. That's the thing about him. He gonna let you eat off of her. He gonna let his friends eat off of her. Anybody that come in contact with her, he gonna make sure they get to eat off of her. They call you Big Mama because you're a big lady. Okay. Food is her comfort. She's overweight. Probably. Because that was unbelievable. That cheese is expensive. That brand tastes closer to the ones here. Yeah, because she want to make macaroni and cheese. She not watching no prices, honey. She don't need to watch prices. She sell land. She's a land scammer. She about to sell some more land. She got deals in the works right now. She got WhatsApp groups like Daniel. Yeah, ain't no telling how many customers she got because she looked old and innocent. Ain't nothing wrong with being old. But I wouldn't say, to me, like old is a state of mind and how you carry yourself. Like she carry herself like an old woman, so, but it's what she's doing. That's the problem I have with you. If you want to be played for a fool, fine. If you want to invest all your money in Ghana, fine. Freely do so. But don't encourage everybody else to do it. And you trying to act like you went there to do that. No, you went there chasing that boy. You went there chasing Super Shorty. Keep it real. You went there for Super Shorty. That's what you went for. I wonder if they married. We just want her safe, and we'll know what? And we'll know hate her. How can you hate somebody you don't even know? Super Shady sent her to the store. Super Shady sent her to the store, did he? I told you I forgot my glasses at school. I'm sorry. What do you have against Kenza hater? I just explained to you what I have against Kenza. She's scamming our people. I've been telling you this for I don't know how long, woman. She's pimping our people. She's being pimped by a 20-something-year-old. She's running out of money. She needs a way to survive. So instead of realizing she's being played, what does she do? She starts selling land. She starts recruiting single older women who are vulnerable, who cannot really afford to do this, but she tells them a lie. She tells them that they can. She tells them whatever they want to hear because she needs them to come to Ghana. She needs them to buy land from her or Super Shorty so they can support her and Super Shorty's lifestyle. You don't get that, and I have a problem with that. If you want to take care of a 20-year-old, like she said, feel free to do so. But you're not going to do so off the back of my people and think I'm not going to talk about it. She cannot sell a rock to anybody in Ghana. She has no license there. She has no license here. And the fact that you have no problem with that, that's shameful. Hating on what? I'm a hater? What could I possibly want? That's the first thing you got to ask yourself, people. What does Kiki Loves Nigeria want that KINZA babe has? Honey, that I can't have. That part. Because see, a hater is a jealous person. So what am I jealous of? I have a whole retirement. I can get it and I can go to Africa and I can do what they're doing. And guess what? I'll get a monthly check. I can do exactly what they're doing. But guess what? I can do it better. So what is there to hate on? What is there to hate on? What exactly am I hating on? I don't date 20-year-olds. I have a very happy, healthy relationship. So please tell me, what am I hating on? What are we hating on? You can never identify that. You always negate what I'm saying and say she's a hater. But what about what I just said? What about all the facts I just pointed out to you? That she's recruiting you to a hell's pit, and she knows it. She knows it. But she's not telling you. I got a problem with that. If you want to support a 20-year-old, fine. But don't use us to do it. That's the problem. Now, if you're not sure what I got to say, what the problem is, then you need to go back through the video, okay? Save your syndrome. Yeah, because she don't feel good about herself. So I got to save everybody else. Kenza should be buying that child. Maya said, Kenza should be buying that child a belt. Thank you. But was she buying some drawers and a mask? Who knows what else she bought, honey? Who knows? How desperate do you have to be to move to a third world country for a man with only 2 cents? I'm not paying for any man to be with me. I don't care how cute. Honey. And it's disturbing that you would find somebody that young cute, that she would even look at that man in that way, in an attractive way. That part is disturbing to me. That you look at these 20-year-olds, that she's attracted to a 20-year-old. That part, that's disturbing. That's very disturbing. And then you got to pay because he's not going to be bothered with you. He's not going to, come on. Look at Kenza. Let's keep this a buck. Look at Kenza. He's not going to be bothered with her. He's just not. So she has to pay this man. That's expensive. Yes. Wrong. Videoing, buying, borrow. This is exploitation. Yes, it is. All of it is exploitation. She's spending way more in ShopRite than in the market. She sure is. ShopRite is expensive. ShopRite is very expensive. And ShopRite is like when you go to get stuff that, like if you want something from the United States or something, or you got a taste for something that you can't get at the markets because it's like usually from another country. That's why you go to ShopRite. ShopRite is very expensive. Nobody will go to ShopRite and do that because that's ridiculous, because it makes no sense when I could go to the market. Even the rugs she could have got at the market. Remember, she said she didn't want to go to the market. She wanted to spend money like that. Now she can eat healthier. Hopefully she can eat healthier. Imagine a grown man buying a teen girl panties. They would have a fit. They would have a fit. They would run him off YouTube for that. Run him off YouTube for that. But it's okay for her, huh? That's okay. And she was helping him pick them out. And imagine if that was Rick from Black Acres of the Gambia, and that girl, his age, walking around with her drawers on, cleaning something, like he walking around with his drawers on, cleaning furniture, and she filming it. But if that was Black Acres of the Gambia, if that was Rick, they'd have his hide. But what's the deal? Because she owed. Huh. That's sick. You're right. Imagine both of those scenes, and it was a girl. And I'm a hater. We're haters. She used to be thinner. Maybe she's stress eating. She's a large lady. Most people lose weight when they move to Africa. They sure, I know I do. And I'm not large at all, but when I go, I always lose like 20 pounds right off. When I start getting there, the weight just start melting off. Africans are creating a special new culture for the diasporans. They sure are. And it's called Get It. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. That's what it's called. Get it. By any means necessary, get what they got. And help your brother get some too. Because Super Shorty so do everybody, all his friends eat off of her. Them contractors who build in that community, who build her house, who build in the other people's houses. I don't know if anybody contracted them, but they trying to get the ladies to let them build their houses. Who buy from them? Those are all his friends. At this point, I won't walk across the street for a man, much less fly across the world for one. No space for users. No, you can clearly see he's not into her. Yeah, we can see it, but she can't. Super Shorty can't stand to even look at her. No, he cannot. He cannot. And if we can see it, why can't she see it? What did they say? Cognitive dissonance. You see it. You know it. Kiki, you are a comedian. In the most respectful way, of course. Do you know people tell me that all the time? They be like, you are so funny. And I said, I'm not trying to be funny. They said, that's what makes you funny. Because you're not trying to be funny. It's just who you are. And it's just the way you tell the story. It's just funny. They tell me that all the time. They always say, you are so funny. They don't respect her because she has a little boy as her man. And that's the God honest truth. The God honest truth. Because they look at who you with. You ain't with nobody, you gonna get disrespected. You with a little boy, you gonna get twice as much disrespected. Because your moral character is low. So everybody gonna play you. And they gonna play everybody you with. And that's real. I agree with you, Kiki. One of the worst things you can do in Africa is flexing because you'll become a walking ATM. And you see, after a while in that store, he felt freely. He was uncomfortable with her buying the drawers at first. She had to say, do you want something? I'm sure she took that part out. Because that's what she does. Do you want something? Grinding her teeth. Do you want something? Looking like he a piece of meat. So he tell her, he did say I wanted a belt, but you see, she skipped over the belt and went to the drawers. Yeah. Picking them out. The ones she want to see him in. The ones she want to see him in. She picking out the ones she want to see him in. And I wonder what his mama think about that. Because, honey, she checking them all out. Kiki's class is in School of Life. Exactly, honey. I'm going to teach you lessons for life. Daniel's life, well, I knew it. Honey, the way he was talking about the Ghanaians. Oh, you don't sit in no African's face and talk about them, honey. You do not do that because Africans will get you. They will get you. Honey, that's one thing I know. They ain't going to let you come and sit and talk about them. So I know his life was in danger. If that is true, he did bring it on himself. Give the people back their money, Daniel. Where's the money? Exactly. Talking about he ain't got no money. He lying. Where's the money at there? Trying to say he gave it all to the chief. That's a lie. I'm bewildered as why she moved into an unfinished home. Because she said she didn't want to pay rent for the house that she was living in. So she moved into an unfinished home so she could save money. Can you believe that? And that's living her best life. And that's what we all should do. Because her buddy her site supervisor, Sincerely Michelle, she talking about the same thing. All I need to do is get one room where it's just halfway livable, and then I can move in. Girl, I can't believe these people. And they middle-aged women, no. Laugh out loud. I watched that today at the mall and grocery shop. Honey, yes, I was in here. I couldn't believe it. So Daniel is in the UK. Baby, if that was me, I would go to South Africa or wherever country he's in and find his, you know what? You will never take my money and run off. Oh, HE double hockey sticks to the north. I told you what I would do. I'd go to that court because I told y'all he was going to have something was going to give. Something was going to give. This is sad that your own people are doing this to each other. Okay, we saw all of them. Let me go down here and get these. So, yeah, I don't want to go into 4 hours. So what we're going to do is when I come back on Thursday, I'm going to point out, and that will be good, the delusional cognitive dissonance. We're going to show how K. Michelle, oh, Lord. Jesus. Y'all know it's 8:41, so y'all know I'm about to get sleepy. I have called this woman K. Michelle. Look, Michelle, Sincerely Michelle, is suffering from cognitive dissonance. Now, I'm not a doctor. I am not a psychologist. I am a teacher. And I do have a whole bunch of college degrees, but I am not. One of them is not a doctor. All right? So, I'm just saying from the definition, because she see what's going on around her, but she don't believe it. Just like Kenza. She knows she being used. She knows Super Shorty can't stand her. She know all he want is the money. She know he only happy now because they done got into this place. Because he can live like that. He can live like that. That look good to him. For real. But to us, oh Lord, I'd be crying every day. Y'all, I would be crying every single day. I couldn't take it. The mess, the disorganization, all those people walking around me. No. The animals, the creatures. No. Not Kiki. Not Kiki loves Nigeria. I can't do that. So, we're going to have to. Hey, Steph, when did you come on here? Girl, you know what time it is. You see, it's 8:42. Do you know what happened to me about that time? My mind say, girl, you know it's our bedtime. I don't know what you trying to do. Because no matter what, y'all, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's what time I get up for school. So even though I don't have to work, I'm thinking I'm going to sleep in. No, 5 o'clock, I'm up, looking around the room. So, of course, it's still going to want the regular bedtime. So, okay. So, look, this is what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to be on here 4 hours. That's too much. 3 is pushing it. So, we're going to... What are y'all talking about? That deflated backside won't help her. What? What? Okay, let me go on and say what I'm going to say and get out the comment section. Not K. Michelle. Okay, so listen what I'm trying to say. So, we're going to finish this up tonight, which is, we're going to stop with Kenza. This is where we're going to stop. I wanted to point that out to y'all. That this lady, this is not the type of person you want to follow, that you want to listen to. Okay, if you're buying land from somebody, for one, they need to have a license. Okay, if they're not going to take the time to study it, to get licensed to do the right thing, you don't want to deal with them. If you're just dealing with somebody because they just fell into it, because somebody just had the idea you can make some money like this, she's not taking the time to do nothing but start up groups and recruit people to come in. This is not what you want to deal with. And then look at her life. Look at her situation. She clearly told us in another video that, and I'll play that on Thursday too, that if she wants to support this man, then that's her business. And that's true. It is her business. But don't recruit us to hellfire with you. Don't recruit us to the richest place. I'm sorry, to the most expensive place to build. Don't recruit us to that place. Because you're only there because of a man, not because the prices were good, not because the building was good, not because you researched everything. You there because of a man you met probably on Facebook. But she ain't telling you that. She wasn't even admitting that was her man to now that she got your money and she got you coming in. Now she could talk trash to you because that's what they do. The arrest she went through. Yep. Can you believe that? The arrest Michelle went through? Yeah, but that's she said, but that's just a part of Ghana. That you wait till you're her age. She's never been arrested in the United States, never been to jail, but she go to Africa. And when you buy land from KINZA and her man, you get arrested. You get arrested. And y'all want to know what my problem is with her? That's my problem. Because Michelle trusted you. Michelle is dependent on her family to help take care of her. Michelle doesn't have a lot of money. She doesn't. She's hoping this YouTube channel is going to take off and she can make some money. She doesn't have money like that. She's believing Kenza, who's only there because of a man and because she sold her house and everything in it. How long do you think that's going to last? And she has no revenue coming in. I think single retired women go through a midlife crisis like men do. They don't buy Corvettes. They go to Africa and buy land. She's right. She's right. That's what it seemed like. Or they go to Africa and buy them a man. Yeah. That's exactly these. Look at these women who have passed away through my channel. What is the common denominator? And they were not even with the men they were with, were not even as young as Super Shorty. Super Shorty is young. Young. He's a youngin'. And this woman is laying down doing the nasty with a youngin'. A youngin'. Okay, let me go down this way. But y'all negate that fact. That's not important to y'all. Y'all don't care about that, huh? You don't care that her moral character is corrupt. No, we don't care about that. Why do we care about that? She just telling us cheap land. Buying land that they could be chased off of at any time. That part. At any time. And your money is gone. Excuse me. And your money is gone. That's the part they're not telling you. And they're mad because I keep reminding you that this is the reality. That no middle-aged woman should be doing that. No middle-aged woman should be doing that. And you're single, you don't realize how vulnerable you are. That woman, Kenza, is leading you to the wolves because Super Shorty told her to do it, and she gonna do it. And they need the money. He ain't got no income. He don't work. I mean, look what they do all day. Sitting there, she in the house waiting for him to come back. Nobody goes to work. How are they going to make money off of us? It's trying to sell us this land that we will never, ever own. And you're a middle-aged woman. A middle-aged woman. You're so vulnerable and you have no income. That's wrong in so many levels. That's wrong. Edith says, and these people are sending money from the U.S. to Ghana. Yes, if they do that, deliver. If they don't deliver, that's a legal problem. Exactly. That's what I'm telling them. These are all legal issues. The fact that she's selling you land without a license, that's negligence on her part. So you can get her for that. She knew she didn't have a license. So you're being negligent. Just like the woman, Michelle. She could have sued all of them. You sold me this land, said it was free. It was free and clear. But now I got to pay for the pineapples that he said I destroyed, and I had to go to jail? Kenza, you should have known this. You should have made sure. You saw the pineapples there, Kenza. You should have said, no, we need to check with the owner and make sure this is taken care of. But she ain't a professional. She don't know what she's doing. She just hustling her people. So that's, yes, it is a legal problem. It is a big legal problem. But why these people are not taking them to court, why people are not doing it, I'm not sure, but they need to. I would be lying if I said I cared about her being with that much younger man. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me. What bothers, I feel like you can do what you want to do with who you want to do it with. If you want this man to play you, then that's fine. Let him play you. Okay? But don't recruit other people into being played. And don't represent us. She's misrepresenting us. Because there's a whole group of them over there doing this. And they know that it's morally wrong. That's the problem I have. The moral character. That's like you being with somebody that young. You don't think that's morally wrong? Don't you think you should be guiding those people, not opening your legs to them? As far as you can get them open, she probably... Stop. Jesus, stop. I'm sorry. This is not about who she's with. And if people are making... It doesn't make sense. Why would I even care about that? The problem is, for one, you're misrepresenting us as a people and as a woman. Black women don't do that. We don't lay down with grandchildren. We don't do that. Okay? You go to Africa and you parade around with him and these little young boys. And the problem with that is that's how stereotypes become reality to people. Because people are seeing this. Ghanaians are seeing this. Africans are seeing this. And they're thinking, this is what these women are like. So all of them should be treated as such. And I have a problem with when I travel to Africa that these 20-year-olds look at me up and down like they're checking me out and like I would give them the time of day. That is offensive to me. And it's only like that because of people like Kenza and the other grannies who make this thirst look real, who make this thirst look like it's a cultural norm for us. And that's where the problem lies. And then it becomes so expensive to support these little 20-year-olds that now you have to go out and recruit other single middle-aged women to help you support your 20-year-old. That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. That part really bothers me. Make sure you catch the replay and leave a comment. Yeah. Make sure y'all catch the replay and leave a comment. And if y'all don't understand my point, please ask for clarity. Because this is bigger than you having a boy toy. It's much bigger than that. If you can't support your boy toy, then that's between you and your boy toy. Don't come to the community asking us to watch your videos all the way to the end. Subscribe to your channel and his channel so y'all both can make money off of us. No, that's not even cool. That ain't even ladylike. So comment and let me know. I'm not saying it's wise. I'm just saying that I don't care. We know you don't care, True Cyril. I'm going to watch the replay because I missed the first hour. Probably because of the time difference, honey. Ditto, Truth. But you've abandoned me. I don't live here anymore. It's just a vacancy. And that's what it is. Just an empty seat. Yeah. Love don't live here. You can tell when love live here. Because when love live here, you ain't going nowhere by yourself, for real. You ain't going nowhere by yourself. No, you ain't doing that. Especially to the mall, you not doing that. And he ain't going to not look at you. He going to always be staring at you. Always be looking at you. Always want to make contact with you. Always want to be around you. You know when a man loves you, ladies. But some ladies don't. And that's the sad part. Me too, Joy. If she had her young kids around him like someone who shall remain nameless, I would feel differently. She don't have young kids. Oh, God. Here you go. Here you go. She don't have young kids. That Super Shorty is younger than her son. What you mean? He's younger than her youngest son. I heard that I can't see that. Hold on, y'all. I heard that it's considered a loss, although it's a legal issue. What you mean it's considered a loss? That because you entered into the deal and you didn't check it out, that you just lose automatically? Because you didn't check out anything? Kiki, you are hilarious. Honey, that's what everybody tell me. I told y'all I crack myself up. I'll be in the room laughing at myself. There's a recent case where a Ghanaian took another Ghanaian to court in the U.S. What? And won $15 million. He had previously took him to court in Ghana and lost. It's on Joy News. A Ghanaian, okay, I'm going to look it up. What did he take him to court for $15 million? What did he do? He must have did something horrific. Yeah, I told y'all need to take these people to court. That's what our court systems are here for, to right the wrongs. All you got to do is take Daniel to court. Kenza is at least 60 years old, and that's just, honey, it's nasty. It's past nasty. It's past nasty. It's just disgusting. It's just total disgust. It's just disgust. I think she over 60. He won the judgment in New Jersey. Okay, thank you, Edith. I'm gonna look it up. And then they start thinking we all like that. Character is a powerful thing and must be represented as a reflection. Exactly. Quit acting like this woman don't got bad character. This woman's character is horrible. People with bad character, that's one of the things, other than a criminal record, to be a teacher, they check to see if you have bad character. Do you get that? You can't have bad character, because bad character tells a lot about you. It says what you will do and what you won't do. And somebody with bad character will do anything. You see she in the store buying this little boy drawers. She filming this little boy on the camera. Oh, I'm not going to say little boy. Lord, it ain't a little boy. Scratch that. Well, he do. He don't. He look really young. He look really young. That one, I don't. To even show somebody that age on the camera with their underwear on, I think that's probably a little illegal. I don't think you can do that in this. Can y'all? I know you can't do that in this country. I know you can't. And that boy looked young, but she like him young. Yeah, and that's so when people say they don't have a problem with that, that means you don't have a problem with people with bad character. Do you understand what you're saying? Do you get that? Some things are morally wrong and you should not do them. You shouldn't do it because it's morally wrong. I could change all the grades on my kids' tests. I could make every last one of them proficient. I could do that very easily. I could manipulate every grade if I wanted to, because that makes me look good on paper. It makes me get a higher raise. But those kids are suffering because I lied. I lied. And now they're going to suffer their whole academic life because I lied about what I did, because I wanted to look good. That means I have bad moral character. You can't trust people with bad moral character, and moral character is a very big deal. So her character being that foul, and she's proud that she's big mama and that she spends her money big, that says a lot about her character. Excuse me. And she was teenage students in ATL watching. I hope it ain't no teenage students in ATL watching. Kiki True Love says, hey, how you doing? Okay, you talking to Stephanie. All right, True Serum. Talking about ghetto with Rick James. With her Rick James. Ooh, Steph, you are crazy, girl. True Cyril, I'm just now catching that about the young honey, you know who he talking about. He can't pass that up. He cannot pass that up, honey. He had to say that. Let me see. 15 million. Maybe I should call Kenza and make an investment. Because you know, honey, you know her stuff is foul all the way around. And now Michelle talking about the land looks small. I said, what? You didn't know what it looked like? You didn't know? Oh, Super Shorty was the surveyor. I guess you didn't know. Yeah, the King family is back in the UK. Yes, they are. And Daniel, you're more than welcome to come on here anytime you like. I know she got bad feet. Them hammer toes, though. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all are. And that's, speaking of hammer toes. Now, that's serious. Okay, let's go up here. Now, all joking aside, she has foot problems. Now, she has hammer toes. They need to be operated on. So this woman can walk comfortably. She's probably got an unstable walk. Her gait is probably not stable. Like when she walks, she's probably like always feeling like she's going to fall. You know, because her toes are hammer toes. Hammer toes, you got to get them fixed. Now, where's she going to get? She can get them fixed in Ghana. But instead of her taking care of her body, taking care of her feet, what is she doing? She's spending all her money in a house that she'll never own, in a country that she can only hope will let her be a wannabe citizen. And what did you get for that? What do you really get for that? You know, this doesn't even make sense. But it's for a man. She should have got her feet fixed before she left, but she had to get to that man. Now look. Now it's her feet, her toes, her feet, her knees, and her back. That don't make no sense. She shouldn't, oh Lord. She shouldn't be trusted with that young, no. I wouldn't trust her at all. No. I don't care how hot it is. Thank you. I would not allow any man who's not my partner to walk around me in my home with no shirt on and underwear. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I'm sitting here like, am I the only one feeling like this? Thank you. That is so disrespectful. But she like it. She like it because they always walking around her like that. But that's because she getting her, she like what she see. He said he laughing at all of us. It's true. It is true. I'm clueless about the Joy. It's 3 letters. That's all I can say. Okay? It's 3 letters. This is another hood. Look at what's on the screen. Look who's popped up. I thought Steph was just kidding. No, for real. She does. No, she really does. And she got to get that fixed, man. No, she does. It's in the video. There's a video of her putting a fan together. And in the video, you can see them. And it's, you know, and it's like, well, why? That looked like that hurt. You know, it looked like it hurt. And it looked like when you walk, it's going to bother you when you walk. That's what it looked like. But yeah, it's true. Oh, look, Stephanie said, I had surgery on my hammer toes from always wearing high heels. Oh, see? So, you need surgery. And I thought you needed surgery for those. Oh, that's sad. I always thought it came from, like, you know how high heels like push your feet together? Like shoes like that. Or wearing 2 little shoes when you're little. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you are completely healed now. Joy. Oh, yes, years ago, my toes. My toes are what? Purdy. More reason to stay. The HE double off those stairs. And that's crazy. Who with bad feet, bad knees, bad back would build 3 flights of stairs that you got to walk up every day? And when that rain hit, them stairs going to be slick. Y'all know them chairs going to be chairs. That's because I'm sleepy. Them stairs are going to be slick. And that rain don't come straight down. It blows in every direction. Yeah, that was crazy. Because this was for him. It was never for her. The toes got a hunchback. Yep, that's what they look like. Yes, back in the 90s, pointed toe shoes. Remember the pointed toe shoes? The pointed toe shoes in the 90s? We were all wearing those with jeans. You was just wearing them every day. And y'all know that's how I hurt my knee. That's how I started down this road of having knee operations and hip operations, because I had on those pointy high heel shoes. And I used to wear them all the time. But honey, I ain't got no hammer toes. I didn't get that. I don't got that. But I I would wear them all the time. Like when I was at home, I would still wear them. I was washing clothes. And the clothes, you know how you put piles of clothes on your floor, right? So I had piles of clothes like piled up, like the next cycle to go in. And I walked across the floor to get the other clothes and I slid. Do you know I slid? I couldn't catch my balance. I slid and my knee went in a whole 360. And that started me down that road to having all kind of joint problems. Step dancing all night. Yep, I guess I got luck. I did too, because I used to dance. I used to wear them all the time. I stayed on the dance floor. Yep. All right, y'all. I wore heels to the office too. Heels every day. Oh, yes. Every day, all day. Sure did. So that's all we got for tonight. I didn't want to make it too long. Y'all see it's 3 hours and we still ain't even got to the other video. So we're going to do that with Mark's video. All right, Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Take Wednesday to get ready for it. Then we'll be back Thursday. And y'all know we're going to be back Saturday. And I'm going to tell y'all about the new scam. Black Acres of the Gambia got a new scam. A new scam, flim flam. All right, y'all. Oh, no, that sounds painful. It was. It was. Girl, I am. You know I'm going to bed as soon as I get out of here. You know I am. Shoot, my body like, what are you doing? You know where you're supposed to be. Okay, y'all. All right, I love y'all. I will see y'all Thursday so we can continue the conversation. And Daniel, welcome back to the UK. Y'all go file them lawsuits right now so y'all can hit him up. And you can do it by public announcement because he's in UK. And the people here in the United States, you can do that also because he'd have to come to the United States to represent himself. They might let him do it on video camera. I don't know. But go ahead and get Daniel while the getting is good. All right, y'all. Great show, Kiki. I'll try to be earlier Thursday. I'm just so thankful for y'all coming. And y'all know it's the time difference. Remember, my time went up. So it's actually an hour early. It's actually 5 o'clock. All right. So that's why it seems different because we changed our time. All right, everybody. Good night. I will see y'all Thursday. Bye-bye. Good night.